Alright, hello my wonderful students. This is Foldable number 2, section 6.5, solving other radical equations. And once again, we're still just going to isolate the radical expression, simplify the radical, and then solve for x. Alright, so the first one we have here is what is the solution of 3 times x plus 1 to the raised to the 2/3 power equal to 12. First thing we're going to do, we're going to try to isolate this over here. So in order to do that, where's my, I just use blue, it's fine. We're just going to go ahead and divide everything by 3. Divide this by 3. That's going to give us the x plus 1 to the 2/3 power equal to 4. So there's two ways you can do this. You can rewrite this here as a radical expression by taking the square root to the power of 3 to x plus 1, but I think I'm going to leave it here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply it by the reciprocal. So the way that's going to look is I'm going to multiply this by 3 over 2, raise it to the power of 3 over 2, and I'll do the same thing over here, raise it to the power of 3 over 2. And what that's going to do is because whenever you raise it to a power, like it's the thing over here, so if you have m to the, I should have used x, but let's just do m. And let's do m to the power of x to the power of y. It's the same as mxy. So that's exactly what we did here. So when we do this, this is going to be 2 times 3. It's going to be 6 over 3 times 2, which is also 6. So this is actually going to be, I think we're going to need more space. So I'll do a little closer. X plus 1 to the 6 over 6, which is equal to 1, which would just give us x plus 1. So this would be x plus 1, because remember the 6 over 6 equals 1. So this we do need to rewrite, so it's easier to figure out. But this is the 4 is our base, and we're taking the square root because of our index is going to be 2, and our power is going to be 3. So the square root of 4 is 2. But since we're taking the square root, we do have to do plus or minus. Because we had to write this in, remember? It's different. It wasn't given to us, so we're not using the principal root. Since we wrote it in, we have both answers. So it would be the square root of 2, and this would be cubed. So this one we both have the same thing. If we raise it to the 3rd power, it'll still be plus or minus 8. Plus or minus 8. And it's still going to be x plus 1 on this one, just drops right down. So this one we're going to have 2 different solutions because we're going to have our, it's in a different color, let's do it in green. We're going to have our x plus 1 equal to 8 and our x plus 1 equal to negative 8. Alright, so go ahead and solve for this side, minus 1, sorry, not minus 8, minus 1 on both sides. And we get x is equal to 7, and then we minus 1 to both sides here as well, and we get x is equal to negative 9. So now all we're going to do is check for extraneous solutions. We have 2 solutions to check for in this one, so we're going to kind of squeeze this in over here. I'll do this one, in the first one in black here. So we have our original equation here, which we have, you know what, I'm going to, probably should have rewrote it. It would have been easier to solve the other way, but that's fine. So we're going to do our 3 times our 7 first. 7 plus 1 to the 2/3 power equal to 12. And then we also have our 3 times negative 9 plus 1 to the 2/3 power equal to 12. And these are the both we have to check. So I guess we can kind of split this just so we see the differentiation. Alright, first thing first, we have 7 plus 1 is 8. So we have 3 times 8 to the 2/3 power equal to 12. I know this is going to be 3 times the cube root of 8 squared equal to 12. Because we took the power of 2 and the cube root of 3. Because remember, it's power over root or index. Now, I know the cube root of 8 is 2. So it's going to be 3 times 2 squared equal to 12. 12, and then I know that 2 squared is 4. 4 times 3 does indeed equal 12. So this is a good. So now we're going to go ahead and check our other one here. So we have negative 9 plus 8. Negative 9 plus 1 is going to give us a negative 8 times 3 to the 2/3 power equal to 12. We're going to go ahead and change this as well, put it in radical form. So this is going to be 3 times the cube root of negative 8 squared equal to 12. I'm going to go ahead and do the squared first to get rid of the negative. So we're going to have 3 times the cube root of 64, because negative 8 times negative 8, or negative 8 squared, is 64, equal to 12. The cube root of 64, according to our cheat sheet on 6.1, is indeed 4. So we're going to have 3 times 4 equal 12, and 3 times 4 once again is indeed 12. So on this one we have two solutions because they both check out. So our two solutions are x plus 7 and x equals 7 and x equals negative 9.